Yo, what's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to talk about something different. But before I get into it, I just want to say I finally got a nuke with the Bizon. This is actually a while ago, and I just haven't uploaded it. But let me tell you, the Bizon is dog shit. Like this gun sucks. I hate it so much. It has no purpose in the game compared to like the MP5 and the MP7 and other stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, so I want to talk about The Last of Us 2. And I know this is not Call of Duty related, but I keep up with a lot of other game news. I mean, I really enjoy, like video games are my passion, so like I keep up with a lot of stuff. And I did like The Last of Us 1. Like the original Last of Us was really good. But, there's recently been some things come out and it's not looking good. So what happened is the story has gone completely off what a lot of people expected. And I'm not going to spoil it because I don't think that's fair. I'm not going to do that. They actually have gone through and done some crazy things. So Naughty Dog is the developer of, The Last of Us, and their games are like movies. So, they spend a lot of money and it takes a long time to make their stuff. But I don't know what has happened, but they have done some, politically correct / social justice warrior kind of take on a game that was designed to be extremely dark and gritty and, based on like all this suffering, but instead they found some way to throw in all this weird, like, I don't even know. It's just like I really just I can't spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I just want to talk about what they could have done. So they have taken a game and have caused so many people to kind of lose their, like, honestly, they're losing their minds and canceling their pre-orders and stuff because of the way that they see this game going. And I mean, they kind of have every right to, because I've seen the leaks. I read them because I was curious, because every YouTuber I follow was posting about this. Like, it was a huge deal. And the amount of pre-orders that have been canceled is kind of crazy. Like, there's been some crazy, like, drops in, their prospected stuff. And it got to the point where it's so bad, the developers are talking about how much turmoil there was in the studio. And that's never a good thing. Like, when your studio doesn't even like your story that's going on, you've got an issue. And to me, I'm sitting here thinking, like, why if nobody in the or like half the people in the studio didn't like what was going on, who made the final decision, like, to keep it with that? Because you have a 50-50 kind of setup going on. Like, half your studio, the people that are getting paid all this money to make the game, they don't even like the game. So what are you, like, what as the CEOs and like the head ups, like, what are you thinking? I have no idea. I can't figure it out. I mean, they're releasing this game, very soon. Like, it's coming around, I think it's like maybe next month or this month or something like that. And you have stuff that's seriously about to be affected. And I don't know. I mean, I just kind of want this to be like a conversation, and I'm just kind of talking with, anybody that's listening. But I was talking to one of my friends. We were talking about The Last of Us, and he was telling me that he was super excited about it. And I asked him, I was like, "Have you heard about the leaks? Like, have you heard anything about them?" And he told me, he's like, "No, I haven't." And I just kind of gave him the overview. I said, "Look, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but before I spend $60 on a game, you might want to check this out." And anybody that is curious in hearing these, go. You can look them up online, because there was like video footage and pictures. So there was like hard evidence to back up everything that has happened in the leaks. So that's what's crazy. Like, it's not just some, he said, she said stuff. Like, this is no joke. Somebody that was working on the game, whether it was a contractor or whatever, they put out all this stuff. And I already know that person that leaked this, they're getting sued. This already been said. Like, they're going to get completely destroyed. I would hate to be them, because they are going to lose everything they had. Naughty Dog is not going to let up, because they seriously hurt their sales. And I mean, yeah, like, you look at it, it's going to be tough. Like, if you look at the story, like, I can't express it enough. But aside from the tragedy of The Last of Us Part 2 that I foresee, and okay, but back, like, I just got total tangent. But I was talking to my friend, and it was like, what, like, are you going to get, The Last of Us? Because he told me he was super into it, and he went and looked up the leaks, and he had a complete change of heart. I mean, him and his wife were going to play it. You know, it was going to be a cool thing, and you know, if this was the first Last of Us and they were playing it together, it would be awesome. But the way the story goes, like if you have a passion for the old storyline, you're gonna hate this. Like this makes no sense. So you know, him and his wife, they decide they're not even going to buy it, and they might watch it on YouTube like a walkthrough or something. Because I mean, think about it. You don't want to spend $60 for a game that you're just going to be so pissed off about. I mean, hell, I don't know. I don't even know. I play Call of Duty. I get pissed off every time I turn this game on, so I can't really say much. But I don't know. I think people are going to be really disappointed. You know, and I'm kind of encouraging some people to look into it if they were thinking about The Last of Us Part 2, because, you know, with a month down the road, or it might be even less than that now, and it's faced several delays and stuff, but, you know, spending $60 on a game that's going to be possibly terrible. I mean, I don't know. Judging from everything that I've seen, I mean, because I looked at every leak, like, it's not that, like, that is not a good game. Like, that it's a single player only experience, pretty much. Like, I mean, I think it might have multiplayer, or they might have scrapped it or something. I don't know. That's not really what people play The Last of Us for, you know. Like, they play it for the story because it's like a movie. And, yo, if you can't even get the story right, I don't know how they're going to expect, like, the player base to stick with it and continue playing, like, over time. Like, it's not going to happen. But kind of diving into another subject is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, if you have not heard of this game, this is something you absolutely need to check out, because this game is developed by CD Projekt Red, and CD Projekt Red, they have created The Witcher 3, and they've done a bunch of other games in the past, but The Witcher 3, which was regarded as one of the best games of the generation, if not the best game of the generation. And they take so long to make games. Like, that game was released in 2015, but Cyberpunk 2077 has been in development since, like, pre-2013. Now, that's insane. This game has been made for so long. I mean, that was back on the Xbox 360. You know, like, that's how long this stuff was, when Xbox was king. Now, that's a long time in development, and this thing is finally about to come out. I mean, it has spent, like, 8-9 years in development. So, it's a single-player game, but they are going to do a multiplayer down the road, and it takes place in the future. And I wouldn't say it's like a Fallout game, because if you've ever played Fallout, you know it's kind of like open world RPG, like kind of clunky controls. No, this game is like perfection. I mean, this is the cleanest kind of setup possible. Like, if you go see the gameplay, everything is amazing, and honestly, it's got some cool customization. So in the game, you can completely customize your character. You get to decide if you want to be a boy or a girl, you know, whatever. But on your character, you can literally change every single thing. And I know that sounds crazy, but let's just say their physical attributes you can change to exactly how you want. Now, I know what you might be thinking, like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, you might can do a little bit. No, apparently this is full blown. You make that character, you adjust it however much you want. I mean, I'm sure there's a limit, but the customization is insane. And I mean, it's got super, like, this is a rated M game. This is extremely graphic. Like, it's got gore, it's got a lot of nudity, and tons of suggestive themes and stuff. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know, but I just want, you know, if you haven't heard of it and you don't really keep up with it and you watch my videos, for real, go look into some Cyberpunk gameplay or some, like, Cyberpunk content, because I love, like, the futuristic kind of tech. Like, I don't know, I just think it's cool because there's not a lot of games that go into it and do it really good. And, like, ever since I saw the first trailer for this game, like, oh god, 2013, I've just been in love. And I thought it was, like, never going to be released, because, but holy crap, it's coming. So that game's going to be huge. That game's going to be great. It's 100% going to be worth every $60 that you have. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. I don't have too much else to talk about. I just kind of want to do a little different video and kind of let everybody know that they need to be careful of The Last of Us 2, and maybe save your money and spend your time watching a YouTube walkthrough just because you can get everything out of it, especially a single player game. Like you're probably gonna play it once, you might play it twice, but I mean, if you think that's worth $60, that's worth $60. But to me, I don't think that game's gonna be. I would say save your money right there. Spend your $60 on Cyberpunk in September when that game drops, because that's gonna be probably the greatest game on the PS4 system, Xbox One system. Like I 100% think it is, and I mean it's going to be on the new systems and stuff. So, check those out, check it out, kind of see what you think. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. That's always helpful, and stay safe out there and have a great day.